Right, let's go to the serial killer timeline. The final part of the SF route. Yes, sirree, Bob. Final part. Serial killer. Go. Incoming of age 1. It was alright. Why are you ordered? Damn. Sorry, Hiroko, my decision hasn't changed. We need to go to the serial killer timeline. I can't just leave myself like that. I wouldn't budge on that point. I see. Nodded listlessly. How about you? Told you, I won't object no matter what you choose. I'll keep my mouth shut and go along with it. So you'll help me? Yes. I give Hiroko a grateful smile. She put a hand on her hip and let out a short sigh. Well, there's still the one that leads to whatever happens with day 100 on the other timeline. The mystery one. It's been 10 minutes since the leap window opened. In order to quickly regain the time we'd lost, I had to configure the machine quickly. Hiroko and I put on our leap suits. Why was I put there? Alright, let's go. Alright. Yeah. The problem with the 55th one is the fact that, yeah, they all survived, but they're all just gonna die when they get there because they don't know a lot of pertinent information. And Ava's still brainwashed. They really should have just left her behind and, you know, freed her of the brainwashing. Like, come on, why did you bring her with you? That's fucked up. Alright, we went back to school. Hiroko spoke in a clear, calm voice. Are you sure you're okay with this? I'm the type to adapt quickly. I won't waste time worrying, unlike somebody I know. Now then, we need to fix Takumi too, but where is he? I think I might know. Today's day 50, the day of the halfway to 100 party. Ah, so he's in the cafeteria with the others. Yeah, but we can't just walk in there dressed like this, can we? So I have another idea. I see, they left the party poppers behind in the rec room, so Takumi 2 went there to collect them from the gift-o-matter. Yeah, if we wait here, we can rush him when he arrives. Let's go and come up those stairs on the 3rd floor. I think this happens. And after a short wait, there he was, just as I anticipated, a version of me from this timeline, Takumi 2. And he's downed. Takumi 2 took a solid punch to the gut from Hiroko and went down. He was already unconscious before he hit the floor. Hiroko and I brought him to the infirmary. I'll let Hiroko handle his treatment. Did she actually treat him this time instead of going for the route where he's like, you know, I really care about you, and then she kisses him and then they all die. Alright, his treatment's finished, all thanks to this. The sleep glitch repair program and the key data on his brain is to be completely erased. That means I won't hurt anyone else in this timeline. Indeed, he'll be back to the harmless, dim-witted Takumi Sumino we all know and love. Insults didn't sting in the least. If anything, they were music to my ears. Alright. Now there's a route where he's no longer a serial killer. After that, Hiroko and I hold Takumi 2's unconscious body to the metal shop and found a place to set him down. We're trying to be considerate when we chose the room. We thought it would be easier for everyone to find him somewhere close to the cafeteria where the party was being held. That was the end of Takumi 2 problem. Hiroko and I quickly returned to the lab. We'll no longer have the... well, the guilt on that one. Well, as much guilt. Let's head back. Right. I smacked the red button and got back on the platform. Hiroko followed suit. Here we go. Yeah, she shouldn't have quite as much guilt towards the end of it. We're back in our original timeline immediately. I was overcome with intense palpitations. What was spinning around me? I could hardly breathe. At first, I blamed the leaf suit. I peeled it off, put my hand on my chest, and breathing deeply. There was no sign of the pain getting better. My heart raced, my head spun, my lungs ached. Good question. I have no idea. As Hiriko rushed to my side, I lost all strength and fell to the ground. Suddenly, she was holding me in her arms. I wanted to scream to her that I wasn't okay at all, but I couldn't make a sound. I couldn't breathe normally. All my air was gone, as if someone had sucked it out with a straw. Ah, that's the damaged suit. Still supporting me with one arm, Hiriko reached for the Reap suit on the ground. It was the one I'd been wearing. She examined it closely. Before long, her eyes widened and she gasped. Alright, so they switched places this time. I squeezed the words out my throat. Everything around me was getting hazy the very next moment. My consciousness fell apart into 1,000 pieces, vanishing without a trace like dust in the wind. Alright, he's out from leap damage. Okay. He's going to be gone for how long? A while. A long while at that, actually. I woke suddenly, my eyelids slowly opened, and I saw Hiriko.
Shizuhara.
That was a nice chat. I flew up right, shocked by the sound of her voice. Well, I tried to, but I couldn't get my muscles to cooperate and unceremoniously rolled out of the bed instead. With Hiriko's help, I managed to get at my feet, my legs trembling like a newborn forms. I have 4 questions. What? 4 so suddenly? Sends me. What day is it today? She continued after a deep sigh. You're not gonna like this. It's day 71. Day 71? Yeah, you've been out cold for 20 days. Wow, okay. Next question. Why did you just scream like that? Isn't it obvious you suddenly woke up after 20 days? I was starting to think you might never open your eyes again. Sorry for making you worry. I wasn't worried. Besides, you should see how worried everyone else is. That's right, I need to tell him that you're awake. Hiriko was about to run for the door, but I was quick to stop her. Wait. I'm not done. I still have 2 questions left. What are they? What about our battles? The enemy must have attacked while I was out. They attacked, alright, day 57 and 63, but as you can see, the school's still standing. We fought without you and won. Ah, thanks, that's some good work. That hardly sounded sincere. Don't tell me you feel like you missed out, or do you not like the team for to go in without you? Hey, come on. Never mind that, what's your last question? Ah, well, this is a big one, but did anything change while I was asleep? Changed? No, nothing's changed. Did you find anything out? No? Any new information? I do have one thing. It's about the liver mortis codes. There's no point in collecting them. What? Why? Because the distress signal transmitter. The next moment, I was suddenly seized by a violent nausea. It surged from deep inside me and ripped along my throat. I couldn't hold back. I spewed liquid all over the place. It was sticky, shiny, fresh blood, the color of ripe cherries. Takumi, you. I'm fine, don't worry. Don't lie to me, you clearly not okay at all. You haven't recovered from your leak damage, you need to rest more. I rested plenty, I was asleep for 20 days. Takumi. The nausea was gone, my vision was still blurry, my pulse was racing, and with each throb, it was a stabbing pain in my head. Or it was day 72, another attack's coming. I can't leave it all to you. Planning to fight like that? Yeah. Don't be absurd, you're in no condition to fight. I have to protect everyone's happiness. Then sit down and behave. If you go out into the battlefield now, you make them all miserable. I will? You really are slow, aren't you? If you fight now, if you go out on that battlefield, you're gonna die, do you hear me? You're up twice with your skin exposed. Even though you were wearing a leap suit in day 50, it had a hole in it. You know what that means, right?
もしあなたが生身の状態であと 1,2 回パラレリープしたらあなたは全身の遺血をすべて吐き出し失うことになる。そうなったらもう蘇生はできない。あなたは確実に死ぬことになるわ。
And you said once or twice more. Then I have one more time left at most. Takumi. I'm okay, whatever happened just now, it's over. It's nothing to worry about. Hiriko shook her head dumbfounded. You're not in your right mind, Takumi. Do you remember what I told you before?
重度の PL 障害は脳にも作用を及ぼすの。その結果、記憶や理性を失ってしまうこともあって。
Are you saying I'm not being rational? That's exactly what I'm saying. If you go into battle like this, you'll only slow us down. You'd know that if you were thinking straight. You're also forgetting that your fate isn't yours alone.
要するに、あなたは
You're
自分の意志で
also forgetting that your fate isn't yours alone.
選んだんだね。
そう。
100日目の午前10時を迎えた時にこのタイムラインの特防隊員が全員無事に生き残っていたら、その命の集合体が巨大な重りとなってタイムループの強靭なバネを引きちぎることができるってわけ。
We need all the special defense unit members together until the final day. If you lose just one person, you and I won't be able to break free of this infinite loop. So please, rest. Stay here. Do it for me. Here we go, at a point. Maybe I wasn't thinking rationally. The demon managed to win battles without me twice. They'd more than proven themselves. I mean, considering the fact there's not even going to be a commander on the next one, maybe there was no sense in forcing myself to go. Arguably, it was part of my duty as captain to trust them. But even if things have worked out for them so far, there was no guarantee that would be the case in tomorrow's battle as well. If I stayed back and everyone got killed, I'd be overcome with immeasurable regret. What was the right choice? Should I go and fight or stay and let everyone else handle it? I agonized over the decision until finally I made my choice. Don't tell me this is a decision. Okay, I'll say no. And see what happens. I mean, it should actually just be minions, but who knows? Who knows? Fine, I won't go. Made a wise decision, but it's not because I don't want to die. It's only because I don't want to get in your way. Plus, it's very likely all the excitation of the battle would make this illness worse, and if I really do end up dying, we won't break free of the time loop. You're doing this for me too, aren't you? I nodded. Thank you. I'm glad you decided to be reasonable. Get some rest tomorrow. Please, I'm an expert in getting rest at this point. Eriko smiled at my little joke before she left. Didn't take long for everyone else showed up to my room. It must have been a shock for them to see me awake after I'd been unconscious for so long. They cheered, they cried, and they danced happy dances. Once all the emotions were settled down, they carried me outside and tirelessly threw me into the air over and over again. Such a bunch of lovable idiots. Heat welled up in my chest, but it made me feel all the more frustrated. I wouldn't be able to fight for them tomorrow, and I wouldn't be able to protect them. I suppose that I'm supposed to be their captain, their leader. I couldn't help but feeling overwhelmed with regret. That's a stupid thing to regret, but okay. He tends to regret dumb shit all the time. Alright, how many decisions? Decisions? Days. Okay.
おはようって言っても夜だけど73日目の
I had absolutely no memory of the previous day. I wasn't even sure how when I fell asleep the day before that. I asked Kiriko what happened, she explained.
障害のせいよ。しばらく安静にしてればそういう症状はなくなるはず。
しばらくってどれくらいだよ。
そうね。2、3日じゃないことだけは確かだけど。
昨日の防衛戦は
楽勝だったわ。雑魚しかいなかったから。
そっか。それは良かったよ。
やっぱり感情がこもってない。悔しいのね。
まあそれなりには。スタメンを外された気分だから。
Kiriko's expression softened a little.
立てる？
え？
体を動かせるかって聞いてるの。
多分頑張れば。
そう。じゃあ一緒に来て。話したいことがあるの。
Alright. What? We went to the wrong timeline. Keep it down. What if everyone hears you? Wait a minute. So you're saying on day 50 we didn't go to the killer timeline, but the zombie timeline? That's right. When did you realize? This afternoon I went to inspect the PLM and noticed I was checking the logs. That's why the zombie timeline Takumi was normal. It was queued by us on day 50. But I didn't end up becoming a killer in the zombie branch. Yes. How could you mess that up? Excuse me? Have you forgotten? You're the one who set the machine that time. He's right. I was the one who decided we should go to the serial killer timeline. I've been responsible for setting up the machine. We were 10 minutes past the beginning of the loop window at the time. I configured the machine quickly to regain the time we lost. Clearly I'd screwed up. It was a careless mistake that ended up putting us in the wrong timeline. Well, she's still going to get the ending she wants then on it. Gotta be kidding me. If we call the serial killer Takumi Takumi 2, that means Takumi 2 still hasn't been cured. Or not. How are you so calm about this? I'm always calm. Nah, it's because she has a desired ending, even though it's terrible on that one. Maybe we could turn our discussion as we change locations. Here we go. What are the blood spaceways going to search next? Use the device and check yourself. It's night, 12:05 AM, just a beat past midnight. Technically, that's tomorrow, day 74. I'm not arguing with details with you. So what do? We leap. Wait. The serial killer timeline, obviously. Day 73, technically 2's already killed 4 people. Iwamoko, Takamaru, and Karara. But if we jump down and cure him, we could at least prevent him committing further murders, right? We could build a new rail where Takumi 2 stops his crime spree. I messed up the settings, so I have to take some responsibilities for what he did after day 50. It's only right I make up for that. I mean, we can't just let him run wild, can we? I understand where you come from. Unfortunately, there are 2 reasons we can't go and fix him tonight. 2 reasons? Let's look at the device again. When does the leap window close? 12:35 AM. Exactly, we only have 30 minutes. If we run full speed from the lab to the school, that journey would eat up all our time. It's not possible to heal him and make it back. Then what if we just stay there? You lost your mind. We have no idea whether blood space waves will surge again. There's no telling we'd be able to come back. And even if that wasn't an issue, we still wouldn't be able to fix him. Too much time has passed since the Gi awakened. The Gi data will have already eroded every last nook and cranny of his brain. The program will only be enough to remove the glitch. That's why you need to give up the idea of making him better, is that clear? She did that on purpose, though. Takumi 2 can't be healed, he can't be healed. It was written in my mind like a haunting echo. Just then, somewhere among the maelstrom of thoughts came an idea. All this means is that I need to kill Takumi 2 myself. I found myself in the lab alone. I wasn't sure how I got there. Reminds me of something Hiruko said.
重度の PL 障害は脳にも作用を及ぼすの。
Memory issues aside, my reasoning still seemed intact to me. I was being completely rational, you want. If I let Takumi 2 continue to run loose, more of my friends would end up dead. If we can't cure him, I can get rid of him. I need to get rid of him. That was the rational conclusion I come to after calm and careful consideration. That's right, that's why I came here. To kill myself. The other version of you. Time to head to the serial killer timeline. I mean, he's obviously not rational in the slightest, but okay. This is definitely going to be an ending, though. And I wonder if he used the correct thing. 1:30 AM. By the time I made it to the school, the leap window had long since closed. Looks like we're staying here for a while, but that didn't concern me in the moment. I was too focused on fulfilling my goal. I was still wearing my leap suit. The idea of killing myself or being recognizable made me uncomfortable. I wanted to consider Takumi 2's feelings, too. He'd be able to rest easier thinking he was killed by a mysterious stranger rather than knowing he'd be killed by himself. Just then, I realized I was holding something tightly in my hands. It was a Bowser. I had no recollection of where it came from. Maybe I picked it up on the way here. Anyway, better go out look for Takumi 2. My consciousness was fading in and out again. Suddenly I was in the first floor hallway. I didn't have to look far. Takumi 2 was right in front of me. So was Nozomi 2. Nozomi, run this way. The moment they spotted me, their faces contorted in terror and they began to run. Couldn't let them get away. I have to buy Power Soul and give chase. Alright. Where are you people? Come, Mother Takumi, I am here to murderize you. I will tenderize you with the Power Soul. He's totally rational. There's no effect on his thinking at all. Don't worry. Well, this is definitely an ending. That's coming up. I don't know what's going to happen per se. But yeah, this is definitely an ending on its own. Obviously, you are meant to fight, which makes sense. I don't know why he feels regret about not fighting, but yeah, his brain is entirely rotted because of the leap damage. I finally caught him attacking me too at the top of the staircase. I was slowly closing the distance between us. I raised the Power Soul and then... I wasn't sure how. Maybe he slipped, but Takumi 2 fell backwards, tumbling down the stairs. I quickly followed him down. There he was, split out on the ground. His face was twisted in agony. He seemed barely conscious. Just hit his head. Now's my chance. I can kill him right here. I ferociously rushed over to Takumi 2, holding the Power Soul high above my head. Yeah, but the person he's chasing down to kill with the Power Soul is himself. Alright. I just can't do it. Kill myself? How? How could I? How could I possibly do that to myself? Really easily. I lost my strength, throwing the Power Soul slipped out my hand and clattered to the floor. He's gonna kill you now. Suddenly. Tactics 2's eyes flew open. There was a sinister light in them. As soon as I saw it, I knew what I meant. It was the Gi. The Gi was awake. It really was inside Tactics 2's brain. You already knew that! In fact, Tactics 2 was no longer with us. It made more sense to call him Tactics G while the Gi had control of his body. The next moment, he swiftly scooped up the power saw from the floor. I don't know why you would do this to yourself. Why would you not just kill the dude who's literally possessed by a parasite and has had his brain completely consumed by it? This is such a stupid death. My back slashed, I felt to the floor. I could feel how horribly deep the wound was, but strangely it didn't hurt. Maybe my spinal cord had been severed, preventing the pain from reaching my brain. And after that, Tactics G made a series of strange decisions. He removed my leap suit, and he dressed me in replica class armor made with the Gift-O-Matic. I wasn't sure what the purpose of that was, it just happened. Once I was in the class armor, he got into position beside me. Then, as if to further torment me, he mercilessly shredded my back with a power saw. And when he was finally finished with his incomprehensible course of action, Tactics G left with a satisfied grin on his face. All that remained was my body dressed in class armor, or more accurately, my corpse. After all, I'd stopped breathing a long time ago. Well, I mean, why wouldn't you just kill him with a power saw? Made the choice to do that and then decided not to do it arbitrarily at the last second. I couldn't kill myself. Yeah, you really can, you dumbass. He's acting like a dummy. But then again, he's got severe brain damage on that one. Yeah, he had severe brain damage. That's why he's acting like that. He was making very rational decisions. It's totally not the brain damage that said that it would completely mess with his reasoning abilities. Yes. Join tomorrow's battle. Alright. Alright. There we go. I have to fight. I have a feeling he's going to be out for a long-ass time after this, maybe. Attack me. I'm telling you, I'm fine now. I won't hold you guys back to the fight. I can't just sit here and watch. I can't just sit around while everyone puts their lives at risk in line of battle. Please hear me out. I really genuinely want to fight for all of us. Hiriko should arise. After a heavy sigh, she spoke. Fine, if you insist. But if it gets too much to you, just let me know immediately. A servant can't die before his master. That's an order, you hear me? Yeah, of course. Hiriko quietly took a leave after hearing my answer. It didn't take long for everyone else to show up in my room. They must have been shocked to see me awake after being unconscious for so long. They cheered, they cried, they sang happy tunes. Once all the emotions settled down, they carried me outside and threw me in the air over and over again. As I flew through the air, I felt certain I had made the right choice. I would fight to protect them. That was the right thing to do. It couldn't possibly be a mistake. But at the same time, I was more than sure than ever I needed to stay alive until 10 AM on day 100. For all of us, for Hiriko, I have to keep everyone alive to the very end. I made a song found my heart as I flew in the air, coming just that small distance closer to the satellite. And the problem is all the information from the other timelines that is actually very pertinent and information you should totally know. My head was fuzzy. He's going to be out of it for ages after this fight. He's going to fight and he's going to probably pass out until like the end of the game or something. Everyone was already gathered inside the war room. They were discussing all the details of upcoming defensive battle, but I could barely hear anything. It was like my head was submerged underwater. I mean, you okay? You seem a little out of it. Hey, you listening? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Can't help it. He's still in recovery. He was asleep for 20 days with an unknown infection after all. Apparently that was the cover story Hiriko came up with. It was as good an explanation as any. She was in no position to start talking about leak damage after all. How can you fight like this, dude? Couldn't you get some more rest? But I'm fine, I won't get in the way. You have to believe me. I clenched my fist and pleaded immediately after the alarm sounded. Yeah, he's totally going to pass out after this for ages, isn't he? Fight the minions, just go out of it immediately. Okay, let's do this. Special defense unit, move out. Alright, just skip past these. It's just minions this time. Algier shows up on day, what is it, 87? Or 89? Depends really, but it's one of those two. And then 92, 93, usually. And then Vexen shows up again at like 96 to 99. There's a little period there, but it could be any of them. Great. I don't know why Vexen's decided to allow them to speak, except just to be a dick. We've already turned them into monsters that can't turn back. It's just cruel to also allow them to speak. Or, you know, have awareness.
スミノ君、本当に平気なの？
なんでそんなこと。
思いっきり無理してるように見えるから。
無理なんてしてない。相手は雑魚の連中ばっかりだったし、余裕だって。
本当でござるか？全身から滝のように汗が流れておるし、そうは見えないのでござるが。
うるさいな。心配いらないって言ってるだろ。そんなことより次の連中が来たみたいだ。さあ行くぞ。
He is definitely just gonna pass out after this battle. Well, yeah.
助けて。こんなの嫌だ。
Alright, here we go.
おい、嘘だろ。これで終わりか？
今回は部隊長はやってこないから、そういうことになるわね。
マジであっけなかったっすね。
前菜だけで終わりなんて物足りないよ。
楽勝すぎてちょっと不気味な気がします。
何か教授の前触れだったり。
デスフラグってこと？まあ勝ったんだからいいじゃないですか。ええ。というわけでスミノくん、いつものやつよろしく頼んだわよ。
Time for him to pass out.
たくみくん。
スミノ、なんか様子が。
おい、大丈夫か、スミノ。しっかりしろ。
スミノ
Yeah, that's about what I was expecting. Oh, yeah, he passed out till day 98. Right until the end, eh?
Oh.
Get that. I came along with the morning announcement. I heard the date loud and clear. 98. Copy. I remembered myself and tried to get out of bed, but after being asleep for so long, I couldn't get my muscles to engage. I twisted around and rolled out of bed, steadying myself against my desk as I forced myself to my feet. Attack Kakuj. I have to ask everyone what happened. There should be at least should be breakfast right now. I stumbled out of my room, leaning against the walls, and made my way to the cafeteria. When I arrived, everyone was there, just as I suspected. They were frozen like statues, their jaws practically on the floor. Takumi. Wait, there was someone missing. It was Nozomi. I couldn't see her anywhere. But before I could ask, Gaku started talking. Hey, you guys messing with me? Where's Takumi here? What do you mean, why? He must have come to... Yeah, Takumi's away. You're back. Okay, thunderous cheers around me, everyone gathered around, they hugged me and rubbed my hair and clamored with delight. Eventually, once the excitement had subsided a little, I fixed my and cleared my throat. Can I ask what happened the last 25 days while I was asleep? Ready to stop? Lieutenant's looking after you. What about the defense spells? We have one on 87 and 93. An elderly warrior named Algier came both times, but we vanquished him. Oh, speaking of battles, Vexen's coming tomorrow, but you don't need to fight. But of course I do. Just how clueless are you? You're in no ship to fight. That's right, Mr. Summoner, take it easy, get some rest. If your leap damage gets any worse, we'll all be in trouble. I couldn't believe my ears. How do you guys know about leap damage? I told them everything, but even about the time loop. Why? Well, we grilled her about it, we asked her if you really had some kind of mysterious infection, or like you need to tell us everyone what really happened so we can find a way to cure him and save him together, just like that. As if you can fucking do anything. But you literally can't do shit, so it doesn't matter. Ah, great, all the outcomes are going to be bad in this route.
146回のループで学んだ経験則。一つの例外もなかったのよ。
Well, somehow you end up with a bunch of them going to the mystery route. So, pardon, I grabbed something like me for open his fetid face hole, but shouldn't you be happy? Takumi's finally better. That's right, I'm so happy I could do a backflip. And we finished making the baby jar too. We just need Nozomi to wake up. I couldn't keep up with all this. Everything said, what's a baby jar? What happened to Nozomi? Yeah, about that, everything fell silent. Something must have happened, something that was difficult to talk about. Hiriko, why don't you tell him? We haven't eaten breakfast. Alright, that can come with me. Hiriko left the cafeteria, I hurried after her. Eventually we reached our destination. What the hell's going on? Why is the escape pod all corroded? Because of the fucking particle bacteria that you already knew about. Right, it's particle bacteria. It sprayed QB liquid all over the school, but you didn't spray it in the escape pod. It didn't actually come down to here at all. Inside the school, yes, we must have missed some affected areas. Bacteria found its way through the vents. We only found about 10 days ago. There wasn't any point in spraying it down with our remaining QB liquid. Even if we'd done that, there's no way we could have the pod repaired on day 100. But then the final tech launch was at day 100. It's nothing to worry about in the first place, because there's a literal control mechanism for the fucking intercept system, so you could actually go in, take him out, destroy all of the missiles, and not worry about it. Don't worry, the attack's not going to launch. Why? We're going to stop it. How? We're going to take the baby out of the machine in the defense room. No, you can't do that. You kill him. Normally you'd be right. We can't remove him out of the plan, which is the fucking jars for. Why Sebastian made a baby jar. Here's a photo of it. Like she said, she finished it. The jar's still empty for now. We're going to put the baby in there as soon as we finish with breakfast. We'll be able to survive in that thing. Yeah, the jar's a life support system attached to it, so the missiles won't be fully charged. Which means we'll be able to stop the final attack. Oh, I guess I don't have to worry about. Nobody told you to worry in the first place. I can't say it's totally in the clear though. Are you talking about Nozomi? Hiriko nodded. What happened to her? I think showing up this way. Come with me. She's in a room. She's either fucking got brutalized or some shit, or she's in rejection. She's fucking glowing.
85日目。みんなにパラレリープのことを説明するためにラボに行った時のことよ。その帰り道の途中で、空から小さな隕石が降ってきた。
I'm sorry, fucking what?
隕石が空中で爆発。と同時に、光の粒子が降り注いできたの。桐藤は、それをまともに浴びてしまったのよ。幸いなことに、外傷はないみたいだった。だけど、その後すぐに意識を失って。あとは、ご覧の通りよ。
命に別状は
ないわ。ただ眠ってるだけなのよ。呼吸も脈拍も正常だから、その点については安心して。
I stayed hard at those. What is this, like the opposite of the Gi? You're gonna give her superpowers or some shit instead of like turning her into a monster? It was comatose and yet for some reason it didn't make me feel anxious. Not. Maybe it was because of the magnificent shine coming off her body. To me it looked like something sacred that would only be granted to a chosen one. Okay, so it sounds like something to do like the opposite of the Gi. Maybe it has something to do with the boxes of blessing rather than the boxes of calamity then. Alright, sure, just like that randomly occurs. Okay, sure, whatever. Now that we've taken up a lot of time to get you up to speed, everyone's waiting in the cafeteria. We need to head to the defense room, put the baby in the jar. What about breakfast? You're gonna have to skip it. Are you insane? I've been asleep for 25 days. You're still fine, aren't you? We're feeding you intravenously. Now that you mention it, I realized I didn't feel hungry. Come on, let's go. True evil appears without warning. It was a realization I felt all too keenly back in the cafeteria. Hiriko and I were greeted by a scene that was difficult to process.
なんで
嘘だろ
The blood drained from my face, I won't make the knees, I could hardly continue standing upright. What the hell happened here? Okay, so this is Kakuji, obviously, since it happened in the Lost timeline too, where you lose the coin flip. I clutched my chest and tried to take deep breaths. Calm down, I told myself I had to stop panicking and make sure I was really seeing what I thought I was seeing. Takumi, Yugami, Ima, Darumi, and Kiyoshika, all five of them were laying limply in a sea of blood. There wasn't even a hint of movement, it was clear they were already gone. It wasn't just them, the other eight were laid out around them. There was no sign of blood on them. Were they okay?
セミノ、何ボケっとしてんのよ。あの5人を保健室に運ばないと。
わかった
No sooner than I stepped forward. It's Kakuji.
あなたは
ギーに寄生された過去人
なんなのよその呼び方。ダサいからやめてくれる？っていうか私のこと知ってるんだ。ってことはあの歴史の経験者か。もしかして私の後を追ってきたとか？まあそんなことどうでもいいけどね。それ
Kakuji continued speaking as she swung a survival knife.
にしてもせっかく全員を始末しようと思ったのに あんたたちが来たせいで台無しじゃない。
推理タイムラインから逃げ出したあいつだよな。
推理タイムライン？よくわからないけど多分そうじゃない。でも逃げ出したっていうのは全然違うわ。私はただ飽きたから別のタイムラインに飛んだだけ。ちなみにそのタイムラインにいた連中は一人残らず皆殺しにしてやったわよ。
どうしてそんなこと。
あれ言わなかった？私の中には動物を殺したいという抑えがたい衝動があるの。それは生殖本能の一環で生まれつき備わったものなのよ。つまり私にとっての殺生はあんたたちの種族がベッドでしてることと同じってわけ。私に言わせればあんたたちの営みの方がよっぽどグロテスクで醜悪な行為に見えるわ。
You really don't get a say on that.
でそんなことを話してる間にあっちの8人が動き出しちゃったみたいね。
みんなに何をしたんだ。
別に大したことはしてないわ。ウォーターサーバーに睡眠薬を混ぜただけよ。
みんなはそれを飲んで意識を。
いずれにせよあの8人が起きたら厄介だわ。さすがに10対1では分が悪いし、別に負けるって言ってるわけじゃないわよ。ただこの体に傷をつけたくないだけ。もう75日以上もこいつの中にいるんだもの。愛着が湧いてきちゃったのよ。というわけで私はこれで失礼するわ。それじゃあね。
How's about a protest when? Kakuji ran out of the cafeteria at unbelievable speed.
早く追わないと。
待ってスミノ、それよりも先に5人の方を。
あ、くそ。
Alright, there's going to be a choice, isn't it? Not yet. Haruko and I examined the bodies of the first 5. They bled out, having lost all the cryptic open. We couldn't revive them. The strength left our bodies, and we collapsed on the ground. It wasn't long after that the rest of the unit came to. They were all horrified to see the carnage before them. Kako was particularly distraught. She clung to Ima's corpse and held it tight. She wailed like an animal, shaking her head and heaving heavy sobs. Even now, the shock still covered their faces. Hoping to calm everyone down a little, Haruko and I brought them to the gym. I see. Sleeping pills in the water cooler. You drank it and knocked us out? My head's still fuzzy, my vision's all blurry too. I can barely stand up. But who would do this? Let me make one thing clear. The culprit is not one of us. It's some kind of creature that came from another timeline. Creature. Yeah, a Gi. Haruko was probably trying to spare everyone, leaving out that it was possessed in a version of Kako. If our Kako were to find out, she'd probably be beside herself with grief and guilt. Haruko and I will go after it. You guys wait here. Now I'm going to. And Kako, I understand how you feel. No, I'm going to kill that thing. After screaming at the top of her lungs, Kako lurched forward. The effects of the medicine still have worn off yet. You can't run like this. I can say that. You were the one in the coma for days. Yeah, but I feel fine now. Enough of this Takumi. We need to go. Everyone take care of Kako. Got it. Why? I want to go too. I want to go. Let me go. Kako was having a complete meltdown, tears streaming down her face. Everyone frantically tried to hold her back. Thanks, guys. It was all like the same for Haruko and I ran out of the gym. Yeah, well, I mean, you can't exactly have you face yourself. We weren't unsure if Kakuji was still on the premises, but we were still searching the school grounds to be sure when we reached the war room. Haruko rushed over to them after a short inspection. She turned to me, her face
完全
ashen.
に破壊されちゃってるわ。どう見ても修復不可能な状態よ。あいつ諦めたわけじゃないのかも。私たちを皆殺しにするってこと。
だとすると。
We looked at each other as a realization dawned.
まずい。
切藤が危険だわ。
I bolted out there, making our way to Nozomi's room on the rooftop. I wonder what her glowing's about. Is she going to be right there? Burst the door and looked at the bed. He's gone. No. We returned to the school roof, look around. Just then we heard the sound of a propeller turning. It's coming from the schoolyard. I ran to the fence. I grabbed the fence. I grabbed onto it, looked down to see a fire extinguisher drone hovering off in the distance. Sure enough, under the drone was Kakuji, and she's holding somebody. That wasn't me. Kakuji cut through the wall of fire with the drone and ran along the path I cleared for her. Here we go, let's go. Right. I rushed into the city rooms. There's no sign of Kakuji. Where'd she go? Could she be going to the lab? That's the next elite window. Tonight, starting at 9:20 PM. Then what would be the point in taking her there? What would she even want to take Nozomi to another timeline? How should I know? I don't even know why she took Nozomi in the first place. Anyway, the lab's the only place that makes sense, so I know. Let's go. We ran for the lab about 5 minutes of sprinting. Hiriko suddenly stopped. Look there. She was pointing down an alleyway. I could see something stirring there. It was Kakuji, but she had already spotted us. She jumped high in the air and vanished, with Nozomi in her arms all the while. Damn it. It was so close. We stayed in the direction Kakuji had fled. That's not where the lab is, right? No, it's the complete opposite direction. So she's not trying to go there? I don't know. She might be trying to misdirect us. Then I'll go look in the direction she went. You could search. I forgot how incredibly strong Kakuji is. We can't risk facing her alone. It's too dangerous. She had a point. I didn't care what happened to me, but I couldn't let any danger come to Hiriko. Then we'll have to look together. I agree. Let's search any place she might want it to go. But in the end... Not finding her. I mean, the window's at 9, so she's going to leap. We couldn't find any sign of Kakuji anyway. As we were searching, the sky grew dimmer. Night fell, clinging to our last hope. We ventured into the mountains to the northeast. We kept walking for some time. We approached the summit, finally spotted a wriggling shadow. Kakuji would find us, she'd find us too.
なかなかやるじゃない。ここにいるってよくわかったわね。
害虫には独特の周期があるからな。
害虫？この私が？あんたたちの方がよっぽど害虫だと思うけど。
Bro, you are literally a necrophage. You are literally a species that survives by murder. To reproduce. That's some fucked shit.
どういう意味だ？
さあ、どういう意味かしらね。
そんなことよりあなたの目的を教えて。どうして切り藤をさらったりしたの？
屋上に行ったら部屋から光が漏れてたのよ。で、なんだろうと思って入ったらこいつがベッドで寝てたの。一目見るなり分かったわ。こいつは特異体だって。
特異体？
とある奇怪な種族がトリームレイという特殊な光を浴びると体の組成が変化してその特異体ってやつになるのよ。
When a certain species... Well, I mean, she's human, so...
ま、どうせ説明しても理解できないだろうから詳細は省くけど、とにかく特異体は私たちの種族にとってはとても貴重な食材で、だから母星に帰ってこいつの体を献上しなきゃいけないの。
A native planet.
とまあそういうわけで、私は今帰還するための宇宙船を探してるのよ。
That planet is very interesting looking.
ワープ航法が可能な私たちの宇宙船をね。
I asked Kakuji if that meant there was a craft nearby. She replied readily enough.
そのはずなんだけど、でもこのタイムラインにはなさそうね。宇宙船はブラッドスペースを移動できるから別のタイムラインに飛んじゃったのかも。
My thoughts were in route before I could ask any more questions. I was suddenly overcome by a violent fit. It must be my loop damage acting up. The world swayed in front of me, my legs went weak, and I fell to my knees.
大丈夫？隅野。
Kakuji saw her opportunity and took it. With a smirk, she held those to be close. And launched herself in the air, vanishing into the darkness. Shortly after my fit subsided, I got back to unsteady feet. I knew your loop damage wasn't healed yet. No, it's because I didn't eat much stamina. Don't lie to me. Let's just go away. Who's the dimwit now? Kakuji practically spelled it out for us. What did she say? Her spacecraft must have ended up in another timeline. She was really going to the lab this time. I nodded and took off running. Hiriko was right behind me. We hurtled down the mountain and raced between buildings in the city. We made it. What time is it? 9:35. The leap window opened after 9:20. It was 15 minutes ago. I'll stop you happen to move. Okay, here it goes. Racing the lab, saw someone in a leap suit and a circle platform next to the machine. It had to be Kakuji, and in arms with another suit lad. Bigger, Nozomi obviously particles. Thought it filled the air before our eyes. They were going to leap any second. A memory of the mystery timeline came flooding back to me. Nozomi defended me. She sacrificed her own life. I didn't want it to happen again. I couldn't lose her. I promised her. I had to protect her no matter what. I hunched over about to leap towards Kakuji, but then Hiriko yelled at me.
あなたはセンスを着てないわ。このまま生身の状態でパラレリープしたら今度こそ間違いなくあなたは。
After hearing Hiriko's play, I knew what I had to do. Alright, you're gonna have the choice between, what, like, you know, go to her or not? Attack her. I mean, the correct answer is obviously yes. So let's do no and see what happens. Like, come on. Like, the correct answer is clearly going to be yes. I don't see how this is going to end well. Suddenly I froze up, I stopped and played. Was it because I didn't want to die, because I felt my life too much? I was thrown aside her own precious life to save me, and yet, despite everything, I couldn't get my legs to move. I mean, you could just put the leaps out on and literally follow her. When I snapped back to reality, the two of them had already disappeared. Particles of light flickered through the air, they jumped to another timeline. Takumi snapped out and chased after Kakuji. I figured out where they headed to from the log. The machine's all set to go. Are you listening? Right. Here we go, now put on our leap suits. He's like, ah, no, I better give up on life because I literally waited for a couple of seconds instead of... No. Okay, whatever, bro. This doesn't get the ending on the mystery timeline, though, so... I don't know what's happening with that still. Mountains to the northeast. We jumped from timelines to go after Kakuji. Resumed our search for her. But she was nowhere to be found in the city ruins. That's because she's in the fucking mountains. Turn our attention to the mountains to the northeast. Kakuji had like gone there in search of a spacecraft. Unfortunately, though... Yeah, my eye. Damn, I'm sorry, but this is it. We can't go any further. You crazy? Kakuji's got to be in those mountains. We need to keep going. The time limit's getting closer. As far as we can go if we're going to make it back to Guab in time. No. Not giving up on honesty. We'll find her eventually, I'm sure of it. Now it's not the time. It's not the moment to. We can't leave the others to fight Vexnus without us tomorrow. I thought you weren't going to let me fight. I wasn't, but... And I'm staying here. What? I'm staying in this timeline to find Kakuji and Nozomi too. Don't be ridiculous. Just go back without me. I'll keep looking on my own. I can't abandon Nozomi. I'll do whatever it takes to save her. Takumi. Good luck with the battle tomorrow. I know you'll do fine. And with that, I started to run off to the northeastern mountains. I heard Eriko yell my name over and over again, but I just kept running, never once glancing back. Sometime after that, I arrived in the mountains. It was eerily still and silent around me, without so much as the rustling of leaves to be heard. I clawed my way through the bushes, climbing up the cliff sides, and crawled along the ground in search of Kakuji and Nozomi, but I couldn't find them. I couldn't find anything, not even a clue leading me in the right direction. Okay. And now they all die? You explosion? I don't know why it's just showing still screens with ... Last, it was day 100, 10 AM, and then... my consciousness surrendered to ash, vanishing without a trace. All that remained was regret. All that remained was regret, lingering like an eternal grudge. Okay, alright. Yep. The coward's final days. Okay, I'm not really a coward waiting for fucking 2 seconds, but alright, cool, bro. Whatever you say. Final 2 endings in this route. Now. Alright, now attack her. I don't know. Maybe Nozomi will be able to reverse leap damage with her fucking glowy variant ship. I didn't hesitate to delay 1 single second. My body moved before my mind did. And off he goes. I mean, it does explain in the mystery timeline if the other ones end up there, because, well, he's certainly going to fucking die. I found myself laid out on the ground. Kakuji must have knocked me away after we jumped timelines. She wasn't in front of me anymore. I got up and whirled around to see her disappear towards the exit. Nozomi still in her arms. Damn it, I need to chase her down. No sooner than I took a step forward. An intense pain ripped through my spinal cord. My head spun, my stomach turned, and my body went numb and unresponsive, but I couldn't let Kakuji get away. Staggering on my feet, I ran out of the lab. I found Kakuji right away. She was running full tilt towards the end of the street. Don't get away from me. My steps sprung off the ground as I swiftly started to chase after Kakuji. Maybe it was the adrenaline, but the pain in my body was fading. I could do this, I could catch her. I gradually closed the distance between us as I ran. Just a little more, I can almost reach out and touch her. I'm not letting her get away. I felt like if I lost her now, it would be all over. I'd never find her again. My body almost reaching its limit, my pain was coming back, every cell in my body was screaming for oxygen, but I couldn't stop. I summoned all my remaining strength. I viciously lunged for Kakuji's back, or tried to anyway. However, Nozomi threw Kakuji threw Nozomi down, ground to a halt and turned around. And then I was still running when a fist smashed into my gut. It was one hell of a powerful counter. I flew through the air, twirling like a baton, before landing hard on the ground. Kakuji was quick to follow up. She kicked me over and over as she spoke. You're probably gonna get killed by Nozomi now, though. That's an incredibly stupid idea, and you're going to lose because of it. Ever hear that, the saying of don't play with your food? Intense pain jolt to my body every time a foot connected with me. I couldn't tell if the pain was from a kick or my leap damage. But as I took kick after kick, I eventually stopped feeling anything. It was like my body was made of rubber. My consciousness soon detached itself as well. And in the end, I couldn't even tell who she was stomping anymore. Time continued to pass. Kakuji spoke and turned away. As she started to walk away, I saw Nozomi on the ground ahead of her. I remembered her name as I stared at her, and more memories of a Mystery Time bookline came floating back. I hadn't been able to protect her then. She was the one who protected me. She died defending me. She was smashed to pieces. But the Takemitsu this timeline is different. I'd do anything, even if it destroys me. I'll give my life to defend Nozomi. I will save her. Gah, my eyeballs. May want to absorb a cryptic goblin, my guy. Kakuji fell to the ground. I quickly took off her helmet and put my hand on her neck. She still had a pulse. She was still breathing normally. She was just unconscious. Ran over to Nozomi just like I did with Kakuji. I removed the helmet to check on her. She was fine, still asleep, but she would survive. Just then I heard footsteps running over to me. Here we go, obviously. Here we go. Still alive, I say. Yeah, both of them. I meant you. You've leapt 3 times now without protection. You could have died instantly. Sorry. He took aside and pulled something out of a jacket. What's that? A beam gun that generates a special electromagnetic pulse. I borrowed it from Tsubasa. I never go anywhere without it. The EM pulse is harmless to the human body, but they could damage really small creatures if you crank the output high enough. Well, just watch. Put it straight to Kakuji's brain and melt the fucking thing. Hiriko made her way to Kakuji, laid out on the ground. She stopped beside her, put the muzzle to a temple, and pulled the trigger. Immediately after, I was confronted by a grotesque sight. A horrible squirming creature began to writhe out of her mouth. I'd seen one before, I can never forget it. It was Gi Queen. The Gi Queen. To be more precise, it's a female spawner. In the zombie timeline, it was known as Alpha 1. Well, this one is originally from the Box of Calamity timeline, so it's technically not Alpha 1. My goodness, so Kakuji's back to being a regular Kako now, right? Yeah, we should all be calling her Kako 3 instead. She's a denizen of the Box of Calamity branch, after all. But will her brain be okay? I just examined her and her vitals don't show any sign of abnormalities, so we don't have to worry about her dying. But she's losing a lot of blood from that wound on her back, so we should treat the wound quickly. My heart clenched. It wasn't Kakuji who laid out on the ground, it was Kako. Even if my back had been up against the wall, I felt guilty for hurting her. By the way, what should we do about this thing? I followed Hiriko's gaze. She was using a heel to shoot to pin down the gi. Queen wriggling on the ground. Isn't it obvious? So many of my friends have been killed by that monster, I didn't even have to think about what we needed to do. I lifted my foot, finally ready to exact my vengeance. I used all my might to crush the disgusting little creature. Yeah, no, geese are just literal abominations. That should absolutely be exterminated entirely. Like, what the fuck? Any species that just is entirely a parasite with no redeeming qualities and will kill absolutely everything so it can produce more of itself? Yeah, no, fuck those. The geese let out a grating shriek. It writhed in pain for a few seconds, then went still. Why is Nozomi glowing still? She's a variant, but what does that mean? Now then, let's get out of here. I'll take Kako 3 so you can take Nozo. What is it? Everything was over. I'd finally been able to kill the horrible geek. I guess I was relieved. I felt completely exhausted. Suddenly, the leap damage induced fit I've been holding back this whole time hit me like a raging torrent. At once, I lost consciousness. I'm going to drag multiple people over if she wants to go back to that timeline. That's going to be difficult. When I came to, I saw her sitting there as always.
あなたをここに運ぶたびに1万円ずつもらってたら、今頃麻布の一等地に豪邸が建ってたわね。
悪いな。毎度迷惑かけちゃって。
気にしないで。また靴を舐めてくれればそれでいい。
一度も舐めた覚えはないけど。
そうだっけ？じゃあ別のタイムラインのことだったかも。
I tried to smile, but I couldn't. Not even my cheek muscles would move. Intuitively, I knew I didn't have long. The damage had begun to consume my entire body, killing my cells.
ギーを始末したことはみんなに言っておいたから。みんな、あなたに感謝してたわよ。5人の仇を撃ってくれてありがとう。涙を流しながら、そう言ってたわ。
A touch of warmth returned to my cool body.
まだ夢の中よ。王子様のキスを待ってるんじゃない？
She's safe, even if she's not awake. I felt myself growing warmer still.
過去3はどうしたんだ？
多分信じてくれないと思うけど、あの後ある人がやってきて過去3の背中の傷を縫ってくれたの。
ある人？
白衣を着たおばさん。
は？
それでそのおばさんは治療を終えると過去3の体を抱きかかえて去っていっちゃったのよ。銀色に輝く不思議な乗り物に乗って。
I didn't understand. Was that because of the leap damage? Are my brain cells so broken I'm starting to hear things?
とにかくそのおばさん悪い人じゃなさそうで、だから過去3のことは心配しなくても。
いやだけど。
The alarm sounded immediately after I spoke up. That's the second time that's happened. Some random old lady shows up and does some shit. Like she provided the material Omega and something for flying thing. Looks like Vexness is here. Well, we need to go to the boardroom. Wait, why are you getting up? Do I really need to explain? Of course you do. That's exactly what you think. Exactly what you think you're doing. I'm going to fight. Don't be ridiculous. Fighting in your condition would be suicide. I knew it. The leap damage is paid with the reason. How completely rational. I want to fight for my friends. I didn't die last time, did I? Your symptoms have gone far worse since then. You've lived 3 times without a soup. Without a soup. Without a suit. The next time you do it, you will die. Are you okay with that? I didn't have time to worry about that. The enemy was already begun their attack. I need to decide quickly. My decision is... I'm going to say no and yes, I think, in that order. Yeah, I'll say no and then I'll say yes. Alright, let's not... I'm pretty sure Takami's gonna die anyway, though. But he could use this time to, I don't know, rescue everyone or something? Oh, you're right, maybe I should step up. I know you come to your senses, but it's not because I'm afraid to die, I just don't want to get in your way out there. Everyone would be worried about me and try to protect me. They wouldn't be able to fully focus on the fight, so in the end I would only be holding them back. In short, you make this choice with everyone's best interest in mind. Yeah. Good, you made the right choice. I'd give you 100 points for leadership. Sorry, I can't be of any help. And now you've lost all your points. The captain's meant to boost the morale of his fighters, you know? You're not wrong. Okay, then you've got this, Hiriko. I know you'll win. No, you play 7. What? Anyway, I need to get going. Hiriko ran her fingers through the hair with the smoke before rushing out of my room. Immediately, I was overcome by a fit I've been trying to hold back. I've been hoping to at least watch over everyone from the roof as they fought this final battle, but it looked like that wasn't going to happen. I lost all strength and collapsed on the spot. I didn't even have enough energy to claw my way to bed. Soon a piercing pain stripped me of my consciousness. Alright. It was early in the morning before the usual announcement could play. I was standing on the roof. Hiriko was in front of me. You really are resilient, Takumi. You can barely keep yourself upright, can you? There's no sense of trying to act tough. I nodded sincerely. My life would soon be over. The weakening of my pulse made this very clear. You're not going to ask about yesterday's battle? You're standing here, aren't you? Besides, Right. Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done. You don't need to thank me. Everyone else sleeping it off. Now they're all in the cafeteria. Really, this early. We ran into some trouble. They're discussing it now. Kind of trouble. Hiriko hesitated for a moment. What's the point in keeping secrets, I suppose? The baby jaw. Somehow it suddenly disappeared. Ah, yes. That was the other timeline. They went and grabbed it in the Box of Blessing timeline. Huh? We noticed after the battle. I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I think it's likely somebody stole it. Somebody who? Akuji? Nah, I doubt it. She didn't have it on her. And who? Hiriko seemed to have an inkling. I had a faint recollection of something in the corner of my mind too, but I couldn't quite make it out. It was hard for me to tug on the threads of my memories. More than half of my brain cells were already dead after all. Yeah, it was someone from a different timeline. They went and grabbed it. Needless to say, the baby wasn't in the jar. We were going to put him in after breakfast 2 days ago, but after what happened to the others, we didn't have the time or capacity. And the missiles in the final attack? Yeah, they were already charged with energy. Escape pod was in ruins, and no way to be able to fly it into space, which meant at 10 we'd all go to a different timeline. No, no way. This is the mystery timeline.
スミノ、もう限界なのよね。いいの、何も言わないで。これ以上あなたを苦しめたくないから。そうだ、一つだけ朗報があるのよ。桐藤が目を覚ましたの。
そうなのか。
体に異常はないから安心して。あの光もなぜか消えちゃったのよね。意識を取り戻すと同時に。
そうか。よかったよ。桐藤が目覚めてくれて。
I managed to save Nozomi in this timeline. I had avenged the mystery timelines on Nozomi too, but even though I saved her, she'd be gone soon. So would everyone else. Burned by the flames of the final attack, instantly wiped out. No. Just then, something sparked in my mind, and a nearly vanished fragment of my memory suddenly turned vivid again. Yeah, the timeline, the mystery timeline. Summoning what little strength I had left, I asked Hiriko a question.
静原、次の可能時刻は？
パラレリープの？
ああ、
そんなこと聞いてどうするのよ。
いいから教えてくれ。
もう始まってるわ。あと3時間は続くはず。
そうか。
Pain ripped through my body. I somehow managed to string my words together as I wrote it out. Yeah, this is... So that's why there's no Takumi and go into that one.
静原、よく聞いてくれ。推理タイムラインに飛ぶんだ。あそこなら攻撃は実行されない。みんな助かるんだよ。だから。
Literally everyone. Hiriko's face reddened slightly, but it soon faded to brow furrowing as she bit a lip. I knew what change in expression meant. We could save everyone if we jumped to the mystery timeline, but Hiriko and I...
要するに100日目の午前10時を迎えた時にこのタイムラインの特防隊員が全員無事に生き残っていたら、その命の集合体が巨大な重りとなってタイムループの強靭なバネを引きちぎることができるってわけ。
私たちはまたやり直しね。
ああ、だけどそれも悪くない。だってもう一度過ごせるんだから。99日間をお前と一緒に。
スミノ、
Alright. Bit of tragedy on that one. Whereas they're all going to go to the mystery timeline. Here we go, let me get this straight. Will we really be safe to put this mystery timeline talking about? You really are dense. How many times do I have to tell you? The final attack won't launch there, huh? You aren't telling us why that is, though. Don't worry about it, it's fine. I don't know about this. By the way, where's Takumi? He's already there. Huh? Why? Had to take care of something. There, we don't have time. I'll explain everything later. Alright, let's get going. Very well. I put on my leap suit, of course. I made sure to check it for holes first. I gathered everyone on the platform, and then... here we go. Leading to ending 100. Which all the survivors get to go. Because those are all the people missing in the mystery timeline. Here we are at last, Defense Academy. But is this really the mystery timeline or whatever? Looks exactly like our school. Everyone's looking around curiously. I took the opportunity to break away from the group. I hid in the shade of a tree and observed them shortly after. Yuma and Kako ran to each other, flying into each other's arms, and after that... Takumi 7 ran to Nozomi and held her tight. Everyone crowded together, hugging each other, patting each other on the back, and pressing their cheeks together. I heard their cries of delight loud and clear, even some sobs. I watched it all, and then I quietly took my leave. She's going back to the other one. Choosing to die together. After all. Can't be on that timeline where Hiroko already exists. She could go to another one to survive, but she's not going to. Then I'll see the bad end, which is the badder end, I suppose. Takumi. I'm back. Picked up Takumi's body and quietly whispered to him.
次は147回目ってことになるわ。それで終わりになるかどうかはわからない。でも、この歴史のことは絶対に忘れないから。いつまでもいつまでも覚えてるから。そしていつか必ず抜け出しましょう。二人で一緒にこの無限ループを。きっと大丈夫。私たちならできるはずよ。だってあなた言ったじゃない。信じ続ければ願いは叶う。どんな困難だって必ず乗り越えられるって。だから私は信じるわ。いつか101日目の朝を迎えることを。
Apparently I should have did this path first before I did the other one. Because, it's loop 148 on 47 and 48 on those ones. The Cursed Cycle. Okay. Time to get the final ending, which is going to be a bad ending. That one was interesting. At least it explained why the mystery timeline turned out the way it did. It's a happy ending for the people in the mystery timeline and all of those there. It's a very bad ending for Takumi and Hiroko. Alright, let's get the bad ending and see what it's like. It's definitely going to be bad though. It's not going. This is not going to go well at all. He just killed. Hey, Hiroko, they already died. Oh, 5 of our friends, they already died. We can't break through this curse cycle this time. Yeah, so the outcome's the same either way. Whether I live or die, we're going to be right back to where we started. So if nothing else, I want to choose a path that doesn't leave me with regrets. I want to fight for everyone in this timeline and end this. Hearing my insistence, Hiriko replied, "You really are stupid beyond any hope of redemption." Nodded quietly, eyes welling up. It's so freaking late, what are you even... Wait, attacking me. Are you okay? Yeah, I found a miracle medicine. As you can see, I'm back better than ever. I lied without hesitation. There's no time to try to persuade everyone. Attacking me, thank you. Huh? You avenged my dear brother, didn't you? I guess. Are you okay, Kako? Not at all, but I'm gonna fight with everything I have. For brother dearest. Right. I've done the honor before turning to everyone else. Okay, here we go then. Special defense unit, move out one final time. Yeah, this is definitely a bad ending. Just straight up, it's gonna be bad. Can't be good. The other ending is a actual happy ending for the ones who survived. And the mystery timeline. Though there isn't clearly not a time loop. I'm pretty sure they only get memories from the 100 is Liberty because he went back in time at that point in time. But the ones that don't end with everyone dying, or if they do end with everyone dying, they end up in a different way.
さすがにすごい敵の数だね。確か静原さんの話によるとベシネスは後からやってくるんでしたよね。
ええ、最初は見ての通り雑魚だけよ。まずはこいつらを片付けないと。
だったらさっさとやっちゃいましょう。
Is everyone gonna die then?
戦闘開始だ。
Alright, everyone's gonna die. I'll skip this battle. I wanna see the final ending, though it's clearly a bad ending.
Ah, あいつがやってくる。みんな、体勢を整えるんだ。
なんだ貴様、生きていたのか。前回は姿が見えなかったからてっきりくたばったのかと思っていたが、
俺の生命線は肘まである。お前に分けてやろうか。
そんなものは必要ない。私はこの先1000年は生きるだろう
千両の間違いじゃない。
100秒で終わらせてやるよ。
残念だが100秒で消えるのは貴様たちの方だ。では行くぞ。
みんな気をつけて。しばらく経ったら消えない炎の攻撃が来るから。
分かった。了解だよ。
Alright, let's see this final ending. I think everyone's just gonna die in it.
Hmm. なかなかしぶといな。だがこの先はそうはいかんぞ。私の本気を見せてやろう。
ああ、悪役っぽいセリフ。そういうの聞くたびに思うのよね。なんで最初から本気を出さないんだろうって。
決まっているではないか。醜い者どもが苦しむ姿をなるべく長く見ていたいからだ。うるせえんだよクソババア。そんなに苦しむ姿が見たいなら虫眼鏡でアリンコでも焼いてろや。今貴様。
匠君、大丈夫？ああ、久しぶりの戦闘だからワクワクしたって。それでなんか息遣いが。
本当ですか？
いいから俺のことは気にするな。
隅野先輩。
ベシネス、お前の望みは聞き入れた。だったらすぐに拝ませてやるよ。悪人どもが苦しむ姿、地獄で思う存分たっぷりとな。
地獄だと？ そこに落ちるのは貴様らの方だ。
上等じゃない。
やってやるよ。
それじゃあみんな行くわよ。
これが最後の戦いだ。全力を出し切って叩きのめすぞ。
Less talking, more fighting. Takumi doesn't have long. He's busy basically being dead. He's just continuing through pure will.
やあ、久しぶりだな。
シオン、
さすがに見ていられなくて出てきちゃったよ。もうシレイたちもいなくなっちゃったし。
だけどどうして。
サポートしてあげようと思ってさ。僕の力役に立つと思うから。
ありがとうシオン。でも力はある程度セーブしてね。別のタイムラインであなたは全力を出し切って。
分かったよ。まあなんとかやってみる。それより毒薬のトラップは
完成してる。設置役は大鈴木。
待ってくれ、トラップってなんだ。
説明してる時間はないわ。
とにかく始めよう。僕が攻撃を繰り出したらベシネスは一時的に動けなくなるはずだ。だからそのタイミングでトラップの設置を。
ああ、なんだかよくわからないけど了解だ。シオンがくれたチャンスだ。無駄にはできないぞ。
ベシネスは確実に弱っている。倒すなら今しかないわ。
あっくそ、やってやるよ。やりゃいいんだろ。
この程度の攻撃どうということはない。私は貴様らを殺して神になるのだ。こんなところで倒れるわけにはいかないのだよ。
Oh, you're certainly not going to win, okay? Also, there's very, very few of them. I say, oh, there's loads, but no, I played routes where there is actually a lot of them, and it's nothing. No.
こんな醜い種族に。そんなはずがない。絶対にこの偉大な私が敗北を喫するなどありえない。
Okay, and she's beaten. Yep. Is Takumi gonna explode and die? Yeah, we killed that freaking hag. Vexnus is dead. Eat shit, you stupid bitch. We won. Yeah. So thanks to everyone's hard work. I wonder what our friends are thinking about up there in heaven. I bet they're so happy. My brother dearest. It's over. It was all over. I don't know if this is the right decision, but if nothing else, I have no regrets. I did everything I could. I used up every bit of strength in my body until nothing was left. My heart felt clear and free, like a blue sky unburdened by so much as a single cloud. Yeah, this was the right choice. I whispered that assurance to myself. Absolutely. Actually, it was the other one. Hiruko heard me and responded, and then he died. A massive quantity of cryptoglobins spewed out from my mouth. It was like a waterfall or even a geyser. It spurted out in globs as if a fountain's pulsing sobs pooled around my feet.
Sumino-san! Sumino-kun!
Everyone began to call my name. The shouts turned to shrieks and eventually morphed again into sobs. Before long, I couldn't hear anything. Silence, total stillness. But I felt a gentle warmth too, as if someone were holding me to their chest. It was so comfortable, I wanted to stay there forever. Always and eternally. But my hope was in vain. The warmth soon disappeared. My consciousness had vanished. Last thing I remember wasn't a colour or a sound, it was a scent. The sweet, soft scent of lavender. Yeah, that's definitely a bad end, though. 59 is a much better one, and it also explains how the hell 100 came about. That's everything done. There we go. Scent of lavender. 55 was a more positive one, with everyone surviving and everything, but yeah, it's still... It has problems because of the fact it didn't address the things that they learn in the other routes, unfortunately for them. So they're going to have problems when they get to the satellite. Alright, though. That's the game done. So that's me done. So thank you for watching, anyone who watched, and goodbye.